tip number 6, which is moving here. Some of the things you'll be encountering are shipping, right? You'll have to deal with certain regulations here in the city. When it comes to shipping things here, there are a bunch of options. You have box trucks that you can actually, like moving companies that will pack up your things and ship everything for you and actually load and unload everything for you as well. There are also different options like pods and these containers that they actually drop off in front of your home. You pack it up yourself, and then a big truck comes over with like a crane on top, puts it on the back of a truck, and then they deliver it and drop it off in New York City. NYC has a rules and regulations when it comes to where these shipping containers and moving trucks can be stationed. Let's say your apartment is in the middle of a street, right? Sometimes that designated area could be down the block.
Yeah.
So you'll have your pod or your shipping container or your moving truck down the block, but then you have to move your stuff from there up into your apartment.
Some areas in Manhattan particularly will just not allow any sort of containers to be dropped off for an extended amount of time. So a lot of these companies will take their containers to the closest location, which might be in New Jersey or, far into Queens or maybe upstate somewhere. And then it's your responsibility to go retrieve your things from their location. So you take into consideration, you might also, on top of renting the container to ship your stuff, you might also have to rent a truck to go pick up the things and then drive into Manhattan to drop your things off. But
it all depends on your budget, and it also all depends on how much work you're willing to put in. Obviously, the more convenience, the higher the price. With that being said, make sure you're cognizant of the space that you have in your apartment. Some of these apartment buildings are 100 years old, and they have a 6th-floor walk-up, right? So, and the hallways are this big and the stairwells are this big. So think about the furniture that you're bringing, because it's impossible to bring your, massive lounging couch up 6 flights of stairs, or a king-size bed, or a mattress, even a dresser, right? It's very difficult to get those things in, and then also while you are in that apartment, you might not even have space to put that big furniture. Another thing to be aware of, some of the newer buildings will have elevators, clearly. When you are using the service elevators, those need to be booked out, and sometimes they will only allow you to book them out during the weekday from like 9 to 5 or something like that. So be very aware of your scheduling and when you are getting your shipping containers dropped off or your deliveries done.
your building should let you know of these things. But if you are looking into moving to an elevator building, always ask just to make sure, like, hey, what are your regulations or your rules when it comes to moving in and out? They should send you a packet explaining all of that, but just make sure you are aware of, like I said, most buildings with elevators will only allow you to move Monday through Friday, or use the elevator Monday through Friday, and at specific hours.